What a game we have coming up here. A top 10 team perhaps walking right into a trap. As any fan of college football knows, when you go on the road, you never know what you might run into. Welcome everyone to the shores of the Tennessee River, Neyland Stadium, home of the Volunteers. As we'll see the number 9 team in the country, the Vanderbilt Commodores, taking on a fellow SEC opponent, the Tennessee Volunteers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. And the Commodores will get us underway with the opening kickoff. He'll bring it out. It's Bennett. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. So Tennessee's offense going to get the chance to start this game off. There are always butterflies to start a game, but when you have a rivalry like this, the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive, guys.
They aren't all the same. We say that, but we know differently. The blood is boiling. The temperature is hot. Jesse, you want this week more than most.
Yeah, David, we played in these games before. Everything just seems to be heightened, right? The game seems to be moving faster. The crowd noise feels louder. Your composure will be tested early in a game like this.
The Volunteers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Caught in the backfield, it's Vaughn. And we've been waiting to see the spin move, and so too had the defense. They were ready for it. And the Volunteers want to crank the tempo. On third down, he drops to throw. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. He's brought down. A short return, but the defense comes out on top with a pick. And this defense wanted to get off the field on the opening drive, keep the offense from establishing momentum. They did better than that. They took the ball away.
Yeah, you got to set the tone, right, on defense. Early in this game on the opening drive, you're trying to kind of draw a line in the sand, saying, look, this is who we are. This is what we came to do. We're going to be more physical, and we're going to take the football away. And a play like that, it just galvanizes and energizes the rest of the team.
Looking for a crease, it's Ball. Let's take a big view here about Vanderbilt. It's been a season to remember so far, fresh off their new top 10 ranking. How far can this team go?
Well, they're starting to get there now, right? And I think once you get some big wins, Jesse.
Oh, he's got some space. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stops.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
Looking for the end zone, and he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Vanderbilt.
Instead of running the traditional option where the running back is the pitch man, nice job by the offense, getting creative, getting a way to get their speedster, a playmaker, a receiver the football in space, and he does the rest.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Bennett. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. So here is the Tennessee offense. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Off the play fake on first down. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but second down coming. Guys, let's talk a little bit about Tennessee. It has been a season to forget, and honesty compels us to say changes are probably coming.
I'm not sure, but I think Reese Davis just fired a coach. Is that what I heard? I'm pretty sure that's what just happened. Listen, hasn't gone well. You've heard the outside noise, continuing to get louder and louder, haven't met expectations. And this is the business we live in college sports, when you get paid a lot of money to do a job and you don't perform.
Listen, at the end of the day in college football, it's results-oriented. They've lost football games this year, and so all signs right now pointing to them potentially making that change before next season. They're going to stay competitive, and they're going to field the best team and program possible heading into next year. Then it looks as though a change is inevitable here.
Looking to throw on first down. It's incomplete, and trust me, you will not see that very often from this guy. It's second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. The Vols want to move quickly. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. The punt team makes its way onto the field. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Make sure that there's not going to be a return on this one. Ball's out of bounds, and I think they'll mark it right around the 25. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking for space. It's Ball. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
The noise reverberating off the checkerboards in Neyland on third down. Smith wants to throw. Fires to the wideout. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. The Commodores line up to punt it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Makes a nice grab at the 25. He's got great speed. They were playing with fire on that return, and he got loose for a good return of better than 30 yards. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. They've really sputtered out of the gate, turned it over, punted the last time they had it. We'll see if the third possession is the charm. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. 4 wide out set, 2 by 2 on 2nd and 5. Wants to go up top. Throws to the wide out. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was knocked loose, and third down is coming. We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. Looking to throw on third. Unloads to the wideout. It's caught. The junior making a clutch play and turning in a big catch. And the Vols have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to keep it in the air. Gets it out fast. Takes it all the way down to the 4 after making the grab, and they're set up.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Touchdown, Vols! They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession. Setting up for the extra point and the tie. A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target and make the big play, get the touchdown.
Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. Didn't get anything done, 3 and out on their last series. They'll try to find a rhythm here. Quick handoff. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
And you want to run the football. I mean, that's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing out.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Off the play fake. Looking to scramble. They'll mark him down at the 37. It's a 10-yard gain.
Well, he does a really nice job buying time, and I love the awareness there, understanding no one's open downfield, knowing where the sticks are, and he's able to use his athleticism to get that first down.
Running it to the right. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
And the Commodores have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete.
I love the quick decision that QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
Smith dropping to pass. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. The Commodores will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away.
Oof, what a break by the returner. You know, he's looking to try to do some damage and make some people miss and make a big play. And he coughed that puppy up, but what a break. How fortunate is he to fall back on that football.
Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Pulls it in. It's Odom.
Not difficult, not complicated, but early in the game, get in that rhythm. Find that timing as a wide receiver so you're set up for success. Then you go attack deep later on.
To the air on 2nd down. Quickly to the tight end. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. He'll keep it himself. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9. The Volunteers moving quickly to the line. Now, I know you two never faced off against each other in an actual rivalry game other than the Thanksgiving morning Turkey Bowl. But knowing you two the way I do and the way you know each other, Jesse, what would you have done to try to throw Pollock off a little bit on a stage like this?
In our opening 10-play script, I would have had David Pollock cut blocked, maybe even double-team high-low, chop blocked on every single play early.
Which is illegal, you bum. That's fine. But that's fine. You know what? I guess in retaliation to that, we would have just roughed the passer over and over, taking the 15-yard penalty. That's what's fun about this, Reese. It's petty. It's sometimes it crosses the line of dirty, but that's why rivalries are so fun.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Give to the running back. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the 2nd quarter. We played 1, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the first period as we take a look at the stats. So they had a chance to talk over this 3rd down play to open the period. From the gun, wants to pass. Firing toward the end zone. And he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown, Volunteers! Timing and better execution, that is just what a quarterback and wide receiver need.
And it's timing, it's route running, right? You got to be precise. You got to know exactly what yard you're running to. The quarterback receiver on the same page. That's why you get the touchdown.
He'll bring it out. It's Brown. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
And the Commodores can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
They're going to go right back to him on first down. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
Halfway there on first down and 2nd and 5. Quarterback on the keeper. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line.
And this option attack can lull you to sleep sometimes. I mean, just so many things they can do off of it, and you just got to play responsibility, and you got to get them on the ground and make tackles. And that was a good job limiting the damage on that play with a nice tackle.
They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. The Commodores are moving quickly down the field. Moves around to clear up the vision. He can't find anybody. It'll be incomplete as the defense does a really good job in coverage. So now it's 2nd and long. Takes the handoff. It's Vaughn. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Yeah, when you get penetration by that defense right away, and there's no way to cut at all for that back, he gets destroyed right away. No way that play was going to be successful. Way too much penetration.
Neyland Stadium, alive, a cauldron of orange noise on 3rd down. Smith wants to throw. Safe completion on the screen. Breaks the tackle. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down.
Really good job by the defense, understanding 3rd down, the situation in the game. I play a little bit deeper, take away the sticks, react to shorter. I got to go get it.
It's a fumble. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
Well, they got a really nice drive going on offense. They're on their opponent's side of it.
And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
And it was a nice job in play calling, too, David.
Great move. Now he's got room. He got loose, almost housed him, finally dragged down at the 32. And the Volunteers racing to the line in the hurry-up. To the ground. He's got it again. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. And he's brought down after a nice gain. They're down to the 20, 1st and 10. They'll throw it from the red zone. Catch in the middle, it's Bishop. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Tight end now in motion. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues. The Vols come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. Zings it complete to the right. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee! They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. This guy is so dangerous. The excellent vision to find a lane and get it out and set up the offense with good field position. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Paul, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
And the Commodores with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Smith dropping to pass. Looking deep. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down.
Well, you see them there taking the shot. I think the thought process is look, we've had so much success early in this game running the football. Let's see if we can now take advantage of the defense throwing the ball over their head. They're going to be expecting run. Safeties and linebackers are all going to be playing downhill trying to stop that. If we get the one-on-one opportunities to the outside, we have got to take shots. That one fell incomplete, but they should keep trying this as the game goes on.
The Commodores, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you can tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
Leaves it with the running back. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Dores!
How do you not love offenses that get creative and find ways to get their guys the football? His 2nd rushing touchdown of the game. Nice job running the option. Of course, he's the pitchman. We know he has good hands, but how about being a running back after the pitch, punching it in for 6?
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So here is the Tennessee offense. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create some. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. It'll be 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. And the Vols will send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He was working his way on the return toward midfield. They'll stop him at the 46. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. They go to the ground. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. And the Commodores want to pick up the tempo. Now the play fake. Got out of trouble and throws. He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. Bringing it back. And he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Vols! Look, I know it's only the 2nd quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Makes the grab. It's Lee.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Smith wants to throw. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. And what that means is keeping third downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. The Commodores will punt this one away. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. Good news, I guess, a lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. He'll do it himself. There he goes! Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. The Volunteers just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Fires to the big fella.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
Back to pass on second down. Fires to the wideout. Grabbed over the middle. It's Vaughn. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. And the Volunteers come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
Here we go.
Looking downfield on first down. A strike downfield. He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch. And after that pitch and catch, he's already over 200 yards, and we're in the first half, Jesse.
Man, Reese, he's dialed in right now. He's really doing a nice job seeing the field, reading coverages, and finding his open guy.
Just enough time for one final play in this half. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half, maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And here on second down, they'll send out the field goal unit to try to get 3 before the break. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. And that will extend their lead even further.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The Vols will kick it away to start the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive, Reese. Like, this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look the other side, the defense, they haven't given much resistance.
Yeah, nothing has gone their way in the first half offensively. And you know now, based on how this defense is playing with their confidence, that you are going to be challenged on every single snap. So buckle up, get your mind right, and get ready to come back in this game.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Smith dropping to pass. Looking left. And it's incomplete on third down.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win first and second down. You set up third and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force fourth downs.
The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. Power football with the run. Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5. Tough way to start this drive. Now they'll try to fix it on 2nd and 15. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
Fields the punt and looking for daylight. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
It's complete on the right side. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
That's reeled in. It's Lee. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down? Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. Here's the handoff. Nice move to keep running. And he moved it slightly forward. Defense played it well. And the Vols are in the hurry-up.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
Powers through the defender. Turning it on! They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10. He'll pull it on the read. Stop behind the line, he'll lose a yard. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a 1st down. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
The play action fake. Oh, they're after him. That's caught. It's Hayes. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. The Volunteers really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. A run for the quarterback. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. And they're going to head out to line up for a field goal. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. On the move, it's ball. Got the first down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The offense set for a first down play.
And after giving up a long run defensively, they don't have a chance to substitute now. They've got to get ready to go because the offense is going tempo.
The sure hands, it's Brown. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
I love this defense's ability to fight off blocks and rally to the football. They do such a great job pursuing that wide receiver screen to only allow a minimal gain and no first down.
This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Smith wants to throw. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. Trailing by multiple possessions in the third and desperately needing a score, they'll go for it on fourth down. Caught over the middle. It's Lee. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. And the Commodores come to the line in the hurry-up. Bring in the heat. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
Hey, you see those balls in practice sometimes. They're just off the mark. You don't know how to control it. You don't know what goes wrong, but sometimes QBs miss, and it's an incompletion.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. And some room to work. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line.
I tell you what, they're down, but they're not out with this guy. They keep feeding him. He keeps having success on the ground. Maybe I use this now to catapult, use some play action, make some bigger plays down the field. But the run game has not been the problem today.
And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Sends it back in motion. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
Man, this guy's going to need some water when he gets to the sidelines. They've been putting him to work on this drive, right? We've seen him toting the rock with success. Now you're seeing him get involved in the passing game, too. They are highlighting his versatility here on this drive.
Pass is incomplete, but a lot of contact there. I think it's going to be pass interference and a first down.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referees caught it.
It's been hard enough to slow down these guys on this drive. Now the penalty gives them another 1st and 10. From the red zone, looking for a space. Fakes to grab. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. What powerful running, just driving the pile forward for everything he could get. He'll be just a few inches short. Well, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Commodores!
And I tell you what, Reese, I'm not picking a team unless I got a guy that can do something like this in the quarterback spot. I need an athlete. I need a little bit of mobility. It just dictates too much to the defense. QB runs in for 6.
34, Vanderbilt, 21.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So here is the Tennessee offense. And after that last score, this is just a 2-possession game now, and they'll be looking to find some cushion on this drive. Pulls it, fired complete. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. And the Volunteers in the hurry-up. He'll keep it himself. Makes it past the marker. And he got enough for the first down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head.
And if I'm this defense, man, number 1, 2, and 3 is stopping this quarterback, and he's done it by air and now by land. Like running the option, having success. We got to get dialed in. He is the playmaker on this offense. I got to go stop him.
That's a pretty impressive throw, man. That's given me Peyton Manning to Peerless Price memories back when I was watching them, playing against them in college. That was a thing of beauty right there. There's a nice chemistry that this quarterback has with his group of wide receivers, and you see that in the timing of these throws.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes
it's a fumble on the play. Quickly gets back on top of it and prevents a turnover. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. The give to the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They've moved it to the 25, but now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab. They bring him down, but he's got a 1st and goal from the 10. They'll try to get it in with the run.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Volunteer! Precision blocking up front, created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
On the run from inside his own 5. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the 4th quarter. We've come to the end of the period, and Tennessee leads it. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. So 1st down, we'll open up the final period. Smith dropping to pass. Quarterback extends the play. And he'll skip his way out of bounds after a short gain, making sure he doesn't take any unnecessary punishment. The Commodores will hustle to the line.
And because of the success that this quarterback has had early in this game running the football, if I'm the coordinator calling plays, I'm dialing up his number more. Design runs, and also telling him in the sidelines, hey, listen, remember, it's not open, take off. Just go get it yourself. They don't have an answer for you right now, and this is a big key for us to win this game.
And the defense carries the day. They win at the line of scrimmage, and they stuff him on 3rd and inches. On 4th down, looking for the completion. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. The Vols trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Got his man quickly. Slipping, sliding, dancing his way down to the 32.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. And here comes the field goal unit. This kicker has already made a couple today. Nestled just inside that right upright. And now the lead is extended a little further. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. Georgia Tech has just had no answers today. You should see what Yellow Jacket greats like Calvin Johnson are saying on social media right now. Talk about unhappy.
Smith wants to throw.
They're trailing by 18 to Georgia. We promise to keep you posted on what goes down in this exciting college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. From the shotgun, the inside give. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read. Read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on 4th down, right? Obviously trailing. We're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on 4th down early.
He's got it. First down and more. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
Well, there's the advantage of having versatility at the running back position. On 4th down, everybody in the stadium is expecting if you throw it, it's probably going to a receiver at tight end. But because of his ability to catch the football, he makes a huge play for this offense and keeps the drive alive.
Out of the gun, the inside give. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. And the Commodores headed quickly to the line.
They run it, they get the first down, and look at the offense. Right back on the football, ready to crank this tempo up.
Breaks into the open. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. The Commodores have it with a 1st and 10.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
They'll run the option. They'll go to the ground. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard.
Really good job by this defense, understanding responsibility football, playing the first option, playing the second option. There was absolutely nowhere to go. Nice job being dialed in exactly where the ball was going and how to get him to the ground.
Well, here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. That'll be enough for the first down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line. And the Commodores pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Smith dropping to pass. Lets it go to the end zone. And he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity, but it's incomplete.
One of the biggest reasons today why this offense is losing in the game is they haven't been able to get it going throwing the football. This guy still has not thrown a touchdown pass. They thought coming into this game they were going to have tons of success throwing it. You got to give the defense credit. They watched the film. They've been mixing up their looks defensively, trying to confuse this quarterback, and again, on that last deep shot, it falls incomplete.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. It's complete to the right. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. They lost ground on 1st down, now 2nd and goal from the 5. Looking to fire. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Touchdown, Vandy! And they take it in for 6 more points. Now the 2-point conversion attempt is coming.
And the offense continues to run the football. The 2nd rushing touchdown from the running back. The offensive line paving holes. Continue to feed this man the ball.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Looks like he's going to try to return it. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. The give, and tick, 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 tick. Oh, he's got some space. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33. And the Vols want to crank the tempo.
Yeah, it's make or break time for this defense. Now, they got to get a stop, and if that's bringing more bodies in, bringing more beef in, they're running the football right up the gut, right at you. They're not going to throw the football in this situation. Time to be more physical and get this big stop.
Motion from the wideout. Caught in the backfield, it's Staley. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Guys, let's take a minute here and look big picture for Tennessee. A nice way to go into the postseason and eventually the offseason with a W, but the question is, will it be enough to keep the Wolves at bay?
It's a great way to punctuate the season. You just have to wonder, though, if there were too many L's on the schedule to keep this guy around next year.
Yeah, I mean, it's the whole body of work, right? You finish strong, but what does everybody look at? Like, how many games do you win? Who do you beat is important, right? Do you beat your rivals? Like, there's so much more. Do you have the team's ear still? So there's a lot that goes into decision-making, but it was definitely a disappointing season.
Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. The Volunteers will have it 1st and 10. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Fights off the defender. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. And the Volunteers back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Complete to the left. He's got enough for the 1st down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Line gets set, 1st down. Don't want to risk anything here. The quarterback takes a knee. A hostile environment can have a major impact on even the most composed, well-prepared team. So how much did the crowd